What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Over 800 Tuesdays we've been talking professionalized wrestling with a special edition on a Sunday, as schedules permit. So we have a special edition where we are going to sit down and just talk about the pay-per-views. It was a big pay-per-view weekend. Of course, WWE had Extreme Rules, and Impact Wrestling had Bound for Glory this weekend. Wait, did anybody else watch Bound for Glory on this podcast?
I didn't get a chance to.
I'm the only one that did. Damn it.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
All right. We should.
I mean, we'll do it live.
All right, we'll do it live. We'll do it
Yeah,
live.
we'll do it live.
All right,
Let's
I'll
do it
tell you my
live.
impressions. I guess you can. You know what? We'll do a 10 questions about Bound for Glory. First of all, with us, he is the only Mayhemmer that went to New York City Comic Con. Literally just got off the train, but he's still waiting for his damn food from BW3s. Fuck you guys. Feed our guy, Mad Mike, up in Beacon, New York.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, God. Sorg, I did a lot of wrestling-related things at New York Comic Con.
Yay! That'll be a nice sidebar. We'll get into
I
that.
met a friend of the show,
Ooh.
and she was great.
Excellent. Excellent.
The audio listeners don't know what you did.
I punctuated my words.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So we'll talk to you about your experiences later in the show. We'll get the pay-per-views first, of course. But yeah, then we'll get into, we'll let us know about the New York Comic Con, and I believe was this your first time meeting Britt Baker?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, we'll touch on that a little bit later then. Also, he's got the whole podcast and Twitch feed in his hands. It is the Riz.
Right here. There's the whole podcast. Right in my
Hold it
hand.
up. Right there for you. Just handing that to you.
And
Listen,
my food was literally just dropped off, so I'm just going to grab it from the porch real quick. I'm not
That's-
going to eat.
Okay, no problem, because I got
come
business
on.
to do that I forgot to set up here. I should open the document. Oh no. This is a
you
of
have a
course, wait,
document?
before you leave, Mike, you can check out that email address.
Good times.
He left already. Good
He left
times at
already.
Wrestling Mayhem Show.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live when he comes back. If he just drops in and just goes good times out of nowhere. At WrestlingMayhemShow.com, 412-206-WMS0. And, of course, you can subscribe to the show wherever fine podcasts are sold. And we got great discussions over on the Facebook page group. Facebook group. Yes, that's right. I don't know. It's a page group, I guess, technically. The page thing in the space mice. The Wrestling Mayhem Show is also on Discord and Reddit if you'd like to start a conversation over there. And we are typically live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We are on Sunday right now, and I don't even know if anybody made it into the chat room yet. We did put a small announcement out that we were going to do this tonight, I suppose. But anyways.
What's that email address?
Wheels and Podner are in.
Oh, there we go. Somebody found us. That's fantastic.
Hey, Mike, what's that email address? There we go.
Jeez.
At mayhemshow.com. At WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
There you go. Riz, you need to check your mic situation.
You need to check your mic. So
Whoa,
You need to check yourself before you wreck
Holy
yourself.
shit. Wow.
yeah.
What the fuck? Is this what it's like to do shows on Sundays? Hey, you know what? Let's give a shout out to the people that make this possible. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Our good friends over there at the fan of the show level, Bo Diggy! Woo! As well as Ed Burke and Team Hammerfist, the Pop Club level, Dave Ponder and Bobby F. J-Town. That's Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz.
Hey, that's me.
It's him. And at the manager level, Bradley and the mother of dragons, Tina Keys. You guys can support the show too at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Sometimes I drop you guys some extra love notes.
Oh,
Yeah, sometimes.
I should check then. I should
Check
that
your
more often
messages,
then.
Riz. Check your messages, Riz. Anyway, so again, there was a pay-per-view. There was a couple pay-per-views this weekend. Several, I don't know. We didn't watch the other one. But I don't know.
Wait, are they
I
called
fully
pay-per-views
intend on it.
now?
I fully
Special
intend on it. I just didn't get a chance.
premium live events.
There you go.
That's
fair.
there's a whole kinds of stuff. I think like some indie company did one that was bloody. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm not caught up with that kind of stuff. So, but anyways, and we got a live chat room here. We got a lot of people. Tina's in the chat room. C. Podner, Cabraden. Wheels is on here because we're not on Tuesday. Fantastic.
He's leading the way.
Yes, he is into the chat room. We just started, and Mike just got his
We
food.
actually just finished. So good.
Some of us just finished. Anyway,
Oh.
Let me in.
wow. Headphones tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, earphones.
Let's get extreme. Mike,
Yeah.
how do you spell extreme?
Oh, is this like my Bologna has a first name kind of thing?
I was more alluding to that intro to the pay-per-view that they did with the spelling bee situation. Oh no!
How do I spell? How
I'm
do
out
I
of
spell
coffee.
extreme?
Hmm.
DONNYBROOK. That's how I spell extreme.
Wow.
That Donnybrook fight was awesome.
Yes, it was. It was fantastic. And in the match the night before was fantastic too.
Oh,
The
they killed me. They killed me. I wanted Sheamus to win so bad.
I know. Like, and you saw like he walked out and I forget who. I think it was somebody that was watching the pay-per-view with us. Was like I think saw his chest. Was like holy shit. It's like yeah, that's from last night. Like that was the violentest thing I think they've done on SmackDown since Fox. But man, holy crap. Anyways, I love it. This is my favorite feud in all of WWE right now. Is the whole thing, but obviously spearheaded by Gunther and Sheamus, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's brutal. It's fight. It's wild. It's unpredictable.
It's big meaty men slapping meat.
Big meaty men slapping meat. And some great good sized secondary men also slapping meats. But
A lot of meat slapping.
a lot of meat slapping.
A lot of meat slapping. No leg slapping.
No leg slapping.
No.
No slapping the legs. No. We don't do that here in the Donnybrook. We do not do that in European wrestling.
The only
I
time
think.
we slap legs are slapping them against a fucking barrel.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when we slap legs.
Jeez, that barrel. I love, and I exclaim this. I'm like, I love wrestling matches with props. Okay, WWE. This is a stage of WWE. I mean, we were really kind of gushing about this with the backstage promos and some of the threads that they've been doing on Tuesday when we talked about Raw and SmackDown as of late. But a whole lot of meat slapping show title. So, but when WWE like is on the groove, they do it better than anybody in the business, like bar none. And I feel like matches like that, like something like a Donnybrook match, something like
The Viking match.
a Viking
The
match,
Viking match,
yeah, the Viking rules match, or
the Miracle on 34th Street fight.
or like somebody's comeback we'll get into here. Like when they're on, they are freaking on, and that was, I thought that was one of the. It was such a fantastic pay-per-view, and they leaned to stuff. And I was talking to somebody today that watched the show last night by chance because they happened to be watching, I think, The Office, and there was an ad for Extreme Rules at 7 o'clock on a Saturday night, so they ended up watching Extreme Rules anyways, without any intention to.
I wonder what episode of The Office was the lead-in to that.
But obviously they don't pay for the premium cock. So they got the ads, which is good because then they knew to watch Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right? So it worked out for the best. But anyways.
Sometimes you gotta pay for the cock.
Sometimes you got to pay for the cock. Sometimes it pays to not pay for the cock. Like the free cock is I don't have an end to that statement.
I don't like this conversation.
I don't. I feel
I
really.
don't know where.
I feel really uncomfortable right now.
Earmuffs. For
Earmuffs. Earmuffs. Oh boy. Anyways, no, good stuff there. You know, I had a good conversation with somebody about like what did and didn't work today. And I mean, when you're doing these gimmick matches, they're not all gonna swing for the fences. Even the ones that literally swung for the fences with a baseball bat. But anyways, also, Mike, I know this is gonna be your favorite topic of the night, but the Ronda and Liv match. We had the conversation, Riz, you were here for this, where we were like, I hope that is a gimmicked bat.
It was.
Because the way they are hitting each other with it. Also, they did not care about how to throw a chair. Because they were just like side hitting each other with that chair. I don't know if they just forgot or did not care, wanted it to look more brutal, but that was the most like, I do not give a crap how I'm hitting you with this chair right now. Between Ronda and Liv Morgan, but I thought it was I'm curious. They have me interested to see where they're going with this. With the way it ended, the pass out and smile.
Yeah.
Apparently, Liv's got some kinks.
The Nikki Cross like type pass out.
Did she do that like that too?
Yeah.
Against Shayna, yeah. Like, if you remember the NXT match, she passed out.
Didn't she do it against Asuka too?
Oh, it was Asuka.
I thought it was Asuka.
It was Asuka. That's right.
Okay.
She just passed out smiling.
It was the last woman standing match, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was it?
I think so. Either that or it was the one after that.
No, it was the one after that because I'm just
Okay.
Yeah. Either way, it's like one of those things where it was in my mind, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, was that supposed to happen? Because to be honest, that whole finish was kind of
that finish was so broken.
Yeah, broken is a good word to put it. But it kind of gathered more energy with that finish, with that smile at the end.
Yeah, Liv tried to sell it a bit more.
Yeah, and also like if you saw the video on that WWE exclusive, you can tell that there's something going on, and like Sorg said, even with a bad match like that, I kind of want to see where they're going.
And Partner's saying that even her Twitter went dark, as in like went dark or went dark.
No, like she blacked it all out.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Her and Seth Rollins both went all black.
Yeah, but the Seth Rollins thing makes me think they're not related at all.
No.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like, I don't want Liv to join the returning group.
Wyatt,
I don't want that.
The six.
I don't want that. I
Wait, is that what we think's happening? Like, why are we jumping?
That's the prevailing rumor.
Okay.
That Liv is joining.
Because it worked out so well last time we added a girl to this, right?
Well, there's Abby the Witch, Sorg.
That is true. Okay.
Got to be Abby the Witch, and Soraya's already in AEW.
Yeah, and the last time they tried doing a version of Abby the Witch, that was weird Bray Wyatt type thing against the Pumpkin King.
Wait, was that Abby or was that no, that was Abigail, wasn't it?
No, he was supposed to
be
Sister Abigail.
Yeah, Sister Abigail. Okay.
But I'm excited. I'm still excited.
You're so excited. You're still excited for Liv or the Bray situation?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Here to see what they're going to do. Hey, there's another take on it, and with a different creative mind at the helm to yay or nay things. So
I do want to point out after that match, no one is talking about Ronda. Everyone's talking about Liv.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that speaks to we've made the wrong call.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, we're going back to this discussion again. Because is a match supposed to make the person that won, or is a match supposed to make the person that lost?
Yes.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Well,
yep.
There you go.
Because either way, I mean, I think the bigger project is making sure Liv gets over it. Because
no, Sorg, Liv is over.
Okay.
Liv is over as fuck.
Okay.
They were
Well,
booing Ronda
then you
winning.
don't just stop. You know?
They were booing. Philadelphia was booing Ronda winning.
Okay.
If they're trying to make her a face, they are failing fucking miserably at it.
When have they been making her a face in the last 3 months?
Yeah, I don't think
They've been making her a face.
How has Liv not been the face in this whole situation?
Because no one knows who's who.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one knows. Like, I don't even think Liv and Ronda know who's who.
Okay. All right.
Because Ronda comes out smiling, waving to the crowd, shaking hands like a face.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So does Liv. They don't know what they're doing with it because Ronda can't fucking act. Ronda has gotten worse at every aspect of this job. I've said it before, I'll say it again. She's gotten worse at every single aspect of this job. And
Yep.
she doesn't portray emotion,
Mm-hmm.
which is what you need to do to sell your character.
She's pretty angry most of the time.
But
She's
okay,
angry.
yes,
Yeah,
she's angry most of the time. Sorg, is she supposed to be a face or a heel?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't think, like, between the Riddle and Seth thing, I think it transcends face and heel because you like or hate one guy or another. If Seth's supposed to be the heel,
No, but-
which he should be the de
But
facto,
Seth is
everybody's
legitimately trying.
everybody's singing his song, so unsuccessful heel, likable heel, whatever you want to look at it as.
They still boo. They still cheer when Riddle wins.
Okay, well, I mean,
No.
is that
There's a difference between singing someone's song and cheering when they win.
Okay,
There's a difference
okay.
because people will chant anything.
Mm-hmm.
They'll
Yeah.
literally chant anything. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
But
DX was heels for all of the late '90s, and yet everyone still did the whole thing with Road Dogg, did Suck It and everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
But at the end of the day, they were the heels, and it was very obvious that they were the heels.
Okay, but I feel that going into the fight pit, like I feel like that was and obviously we had a lot of UFC kind of interweaving and promotion and stuff like that, right? I feel it was just two people with an issue going in and settling it,
and
right? Not and both of them were being shitty, to be quite honest.
I brought up when we were together, Sorg, that in this situation,
You made that sound so special, Riz.
Yeah. Well, it was special.
It was a special night.
But in that moment in this match, like heel and face were nothing, and it was a shade of gray.
Mm-hmm.
It was. Some people think Matt Riddle is a face and is the good guy in this situation, and some people think that Seth Rollins is the good person in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly,
I think everybody's an asshole, and
oh no, they are all. They are
So,
both
I mean, I
assholes.
think
Plenty out
that's
there.
where it comes across. Oh, that's the thing. But I don't know. It's fun.
Of course, it's fun.
So okay, jumping around a little bit though. So let's talk more about the fight pit, right? I thought it was a cool spectacle and something a little different than what we usually still see in cage matches. I thought it was interesting that we did not have a camera in the ring at all. Okay, and everything was like through the cage. That was like usually there's something like usually there's somebody in the corner or something like that, or they have like a robot camera or something from Hell in a Cell, right? I thought they'd at least do that. But I liked it. We were some of our watch the other night. We were talking about like how it's like one cage away from being the Ready for Rumble cage.
One more cage.
One more cage. We were saying all night, right? So, yeah, it's I like the concept. I like it for this. I like the UFC guy being in there. And I would imagine this being used in the future for a Ronda Rousey, for maybe if Sonya Deville gets a little bit hotter, with her or Shayna. Oh God, Shayna Baszler in the fight pit would be tremendous, right? Man, could you imagine? Misgivings aside about the one person, but the general audience behind a Shayna versus Ronda feud. down
I
the
don't think-
line
I-
that ends up in a
yes,
fight pit.
I think that has a lot of potential. I don't think Ronda would ever want to do it
Yeah, you think? You don't think?
because I think Ronda knows Shayna will get cheered more than her.
Do you think that's a motivation
I
here
don't
for
think
her?
It
that's-
absolutely
Yes.
is.
Okay.
Look at Ronda's history.
Okay.
Like, she is Goldberg in the way that she thinks she should win every match, and she thinks she should always be universally beloved.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen in wrestling unless you're Ricky Steamboat.
Oh,
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's true.
I also would have said Rey Mysterio, but you guys in Pittsburgh proved me wrong.
Sorry, Ray.
Sorry,
Sorry about
Ray.
that. Sorry
I mean,
about Royal Rumble.
we really wanted Daniel Bryan. It's fine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder what he's doing now.
Oh.
Daniel Bryan, he's working at that farming retreat with El Generico.
Gotcha. With the kids, he's helping the kids,
The
right?
orphans.
He's helping the kids in like Ethiopia or something, right?
Yeah, he's helping.
Yeah.
He's helping the orphans over there.
Yeah, he's helping orphans. I forget what they used to say. Yeah. What else from the night? We had a strap match. Karrion Kross and Drew. Not terrible, but not like the best thing of the night for sure. But it got the job done, right? Pretty much what I expected. Kross is going to be, is just they're building him up for something, whether it be a Roman deal or whatever. So
I thought it was a little unfortunate they had to resort to like Mace.
Yeah, that kind of was like
I thought that was a little. I'm like, all right. But the funniest tweet of the night was Marseille from the Maximum Male Models tweeted. They tweeted Marseille. She sprayed Marseille in his eye.
Yep. That was definitely the highlight of that match. What else happened from the night? The women's ladder match. By the way, the only titles defended on this show were both of the women's singles matches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which was was it street fight or it was Extreme Rules
It was Extreme Rules.
Rules.
and a ladder match,
Mm-hmm.
which was pretty
Interesting.
First ever ladder match, right?
first ever title
Women's
Solo
defense,
match.
solo
Solo
title
match.
defense ladder match, I believe, for a women's title.
Mm-hmm.
So
And for that match, going to that match, Bailey is the best crowd worker in WWE.
mhm.
Period.
Her and Sami Zayn share the title.
They share,
Share the title.
and they will tell you they would gladly share that title with each other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the conversations she's had between fans expanding from Izzy to now, it's very real how she interacts with the crowd and gets a response from the crowd. Like if it's Rhonda, going back to her, she tried to do that at one point, but came off as weird,
Whiny.
but whiny, thank you. Forced. Good. I like these adjectives. But with Bailey, it was like, oh, she's really invested in this, and she's really treating this with the respect that it should be. Because those kids in the front row that she was yelling at, that she was winning this match, instant karma, instant thought, instant just boom, boo louder, cheer, do whatever you want, yell louder, it's fine. But that whole match was done. Well, first it was done by Bailey doing that, but Bianca Belair is amazing. Like she's still learning about some stuff, and she's very excited about some stuff. But like when she's in that ring and she does a double kiss of KOD, like that, and then another one with a ladder.
Yes.
Like,
Well, I mean, it's nothing new. She's an absolute a genetic freak. You know, I can do, and just an absolute consummate, crazy athlete, right?
So you're telling me if her and Samoa Joe were to go 1-on-1, she would have a 75% chance of winning.
Yes, a 75%.
And then if
Yep,
Kurt Angle
yep.
was thrown in the mix, those drastically go down.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yes, something like that. From the chat room, there's a discussion that's cropping up about Potter saying, does everybody think that Bayley is still getting her wrestling legs back and not 100 yet? And then Tia says she's getting there about 90%. I mean, she came off, it was a leg injury, right? You don't come back 100% off of that. You have to relearn. There was a great conversation we just did on Awesome Cast with our friend Dutters about, you know, kind of reclaiming your body after something, you know, traumatic like she had gone through. And that's like, if you get a leg injury, you get something like that, like you, in doing these kinds of moves, especially with the wrestling, like you have to relearn how to do it. Like I don't know how many stories I've heard about, like, you know, I'm afraid to plant after a move or something because that's how my ankle went or my knee or something like that, right? Like you get a little bit reserved.
My wife just tore both her meniscuses, and she's still, you know, she's had surgery to repair them, but you know, it's still a slow going recovery thing, and it's, you know, not quite as comfortable doing the stuff she'd normally do.
Yeah, and now and that's day to day. Think about doing that on the scale that a Bayley or a Bianca are doing, right? You know, especially,
and there were moments last night where that could easily have turned, like her knee could have buckled at least once or twice or three times during
freak
that match.
accidents. Riz, you were there when we were shooting wrestling in a warehouse not too far from here, and the guy, like, what did he just plant his foot and like his leg exploded, like his knee just decimated right out of nowhere. Like it's so wild. Like I could do the same thing walking down the street. You know?
And I follow Mikey O'Shea on TikTok.
Not related to Ricochet.
Not related to Ricochet or O'Shea Edwards, but still he is one of the more content friendly wrestlers on TikTok.
Okay.
And he posted the moment where and then he mentioned like a couple months later that he's still training. He like went into doing like a squat or a lunge, and even he went, like, during his first match back, he goes, there are going to be times, like, I was not 100%, and like I was pensive, I was very tense, I was very tight, very trying to get my legs back into this, and I can't imagine somebody like Bayley doing this for 4 to 5 days a week.
Well, I mean, we also heard, you know, some guy named Phil talk about his foot not being 100%.
Well, that's because he's old
and tired, and he works with fucking children.
But I mean, what he was explaining was that it's basically a new foot for him because it had to be reconstructed. So his foot was at 100%, but it's 100% of a new foot that's lesser than it was before.
Yes.
So, like, you know, it's something like that.
And he should have taken some time off and not listened to his friend Ace.
Oh, the bitey one. From the chat room, we actually have some chat room members with experience in this. Potter is saying, trust me, I know leg injuries. I still get nervous during some runs when I feel things. Also nervous to go all out on a run. Tina says she's had issues for years because of injuries playing volleyball in school. That escalated when she was in the service. So yeah, it's and the service definitely probably pushes you pretty good too. Yeah. So for that, I mean, you got to pass certain, you know, physical bars or something, tests or something like that, right? So I'm saying that the wrong way, I know, but anyways, yeah. So, but still, fantastic ladder match. They did a lot of fun stuff with that. I love the broken ladder spots that we end up with. I know it's not the first time that I've seen this, but they were doing a lot of interesting things with that. And
I was really concerned what they were going to do when Bailey grabbed the broken half of the ladder, and then, oh my god, that was just nasty looking.
Yeah.
It was just nasty looking completely. Like, oh god.
yeah,
Like, it was a great match. Like, honestly, like the strap match didn't interest me as much as I wanted it to, because the fact that it came on so early in the card, I'm like, oh, okay, this doesn't have anything to do with the White Rabbit.
No, and it had to top the Donnybrook.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. It had to top the first match.
Honestly, Drew probably should have let off the show.
the strap match was kind of the cooler match, wasn't it?
It sure was.
So I mean, but it delivered in that, so that's fine. We had, what else was in there? We had that. We had the I Quit match, which that was something. So you went through we're like, I'm sitting there and just like, after all we just saw, like, I think it was like the match before the main event, right? And it was like, wow, they're just rolling with this figure four. That's a bold choice on a show like this, right? But of course they went out in the crowd, they did some stuff there was a hockey stick involved, and then everybody showed up. This is a dense segment when they got to everybody getting involved. Of course, Beth and Judgment Day and Rey Mysterio,
Dominic Guerrero,
Dominic Guerrero, and everything.
You keep saying it till it's true. That's how you manifest.
That's right. That's right. Like, this was dense, and the I Quit match ended in the most, to me, logical way it possibly could with the Beth situation, right? This, and God, when this stuff is working again, and the crowd is just coming unglued when you have Beth and Rhea Ripley face off.
Okay. So this is the time I mentioned where I saw this pay-per-view. So I was in New York City. I didn't want to watch it by myself in my hotel suite, because that just sounds kind of sad. So
Hey, done it. I watched WrestleMania in my hotel before, so
Yeah,
I mean,
I've watched the Slammy events there.
yes.
In my
Okay. But I found a bar in the city that has an Extreme Rules viewing party. So I brought my sister, who I haven't seen in a while, so we were catching up. We were talking, for the most part, and the stuff that caught her eye was Bianca and Bailey, and she loved the Rhea and Britt and Beth stuff. Like, she saw Rhea come in, she's like, who the fuck is this? She saw Beth come in, who the fuck is that? Like, it was absolutely fucking wonderful. And the concerto at the end, oh my god, it looked so good. It looked so fucking good. And the only thing that popped in my brain was the John Oliver bit on his show that he did at WWE, where he talked about a lot of the awfulness, but always punctuated with a great clip saying, wrestling is the best thing you will ever watch. And it's true. When it, like you said before, Sword, when it's firing on all cylinders, it's one of the best fucking things you'll ever see. Because it has everything from the stagedness of a soap opera, to the live action drama of a play, to a fucking Marvel movie if they goddamn feel like it. Like, wrestling can be whatever you want. And Extreme Rules is actually a pretty good encapsulation of that. Between the Donnybrook, the I Quit match, the ladder match, the fight pit, and the denouement, as it
Oh, such good stuff. Riz, what did you think of that match?
That entire match was done perfectly. Like Mad Mike said, it hit on every emotional barrier that most people have. Like, it was physical, It was emotional. It was mental. It was like just, it was insane. And like, and again, this was the second time in a row, I believe, a I Quit match ended in like a family member causing the other person to say I quit. But both times worked really well, and this one worked really well because Beth sold the shit out of it. And it was Beth and Edge sold it, and it was like one of those moments where even at the end of the match, notice there were no, I don't think they even announced it. There was no music.
You just let
they
it sit.
just
You just let it sit.
you just saw Beth selling death right there, and it worked perfectly. And to know that a Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley versus Edge and Beth match is probably going to happen somewhere down the line, maybe Survivor Series.
Or is it Dominic and Rhea versus?
So here's what I'm wondering: is this War Games?
Ooh.
But how are they going to do that? Are they just going to throw everything?
Just
out the
throw
window?
everyone in there and add AJ Styles.
But are they going to allow
the intergender?
Intergender?
Yes.
Sure. Hey, they might now. We don't know. The rules are
might.
changing. So
At this point, they've done everything but.
That's true.
I think the more realistic thing, maybe we do two of them, but I think the more realistic thing for War Games is going to be Bloodline against like a coalition of
But they've always done
Kevin
that.
Owens.
But see, the thing is, I know we've been saying Bloodline's going to be in War Games. There's no faction that's challenging Bloodline.
No, it would have to be a created one, for
Right.
sure. It's
Like,
going to be everybody that
would
they've
have-
pissed off. It's going to
it
be
would have-
everybody they've pissed off in the last 6 months
It
joining
would have
forces.
To be like, it would have to be the Brawling Brutes and Imperium.
Oh,
teaming up.
jeez, yes. Oh my God, can that be War Games? Can that just be War Games? That's just please. Holy crap!
I mean, as of right now, it probably looks like it'll be Kevin Owens, New Day, and Braun Strowman.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't hate
I
it.
can see it.
I don't
I
hate
don't
it.
know. I'd almost rather Judgment Day versus the Edge and Mysterio faction.
Because that feud deserves that ending.
Mm-hmm.
Like that feud deserves just a beat down,
Mm-hmm.
drag out fight like that,
Mm-hmm.
as our friend of the show Hank would say. But it's like either way, it should be fun. Like whomever is in that War Games match, if they do multiple War Games matches, that's
Mhm.
perfectly fine.
I hope they don't. I hope it's just one War Games match.
No,
to be honest.
there's men's and women's. If
Yeah.
I remember the
Oh, that's
press
fine.
release-
Okay.
The press release said men's and women's.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. I mean, damage control and whatever probably is one, I would imagine.
Mhm.
And also, someone was mentioned on commentary last night. Sasha Banks' name was mentioned.
No, I missed that.
Yeah.
Well, we had a group watching, so wow. When? Where?
Michael Cole mentioned Sasha's name during Bailey's entrance.
That's true.
Wow.
I'm
remember
just
that.
saying.
Wow.
Season premiere of Raw tomorrow night
Oh man.
in Brooklyn, where
Brooklyn.
Bailey and Sasha had their match.
Oh my God.
I'm
okay.
just
It's
saying.
like everything's connected.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. All right. You got me there.
Sorg, I'm checking my watch.
What?
You
Boss
know
time.
what my watch says?
Is it boss time? Is it boss time?
Almost.
Oh damn.
It's almost boss time.
It's a quarter till boss time
It's-
right now.
It's a quarter till boss time.
There's our show title.
Quarter till boss time.
Oh.
Oh boy. Well, and then somebody came. You know what? You know what I loved, and I was
All right,
curious
hold
about
on,
this.
hold on.
What-
Before we get to the denouement of the pay-per-view, can we talk about the other big comeback?
Tell me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 L.A. Knight, baby. He's back, and it's great. I'm excited for the return of LA.
Absolutely cannot wait.
Oh, and also Sarah Logan's coming back
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
with the Viking Raiders. And why weren't we doing this from the fucking beginning?
Oh, the Sarah Rowe and maternity leave.
That's true.
No, I mean like from the beginning.
Oh wait, well the
Like
reasons.
as opposed to the Riot Squad,
Yeah.
just have her be a member of the Viking Raiders.
No, yeah, I'm
Because
with that too.
Vince.
Yeah, because
Cause-
were they together
I
pre
assume
WWE? That's another thing. I don't know where they were at.
No.
with
Wait,
things.
wait. Sarah and Rowe?
Yeah, I'm not aware.
Say his name right.
Eric?
Eric. Is it Eric?
Ray Rowe. Yeah, Ray
Eric,
Rowe is
Eric.
Ray Rowe is Eric.
Sarah and Eric, the guy who owes me an IWC title shot.
Yes, he
Right.
does. Yes, he does.
I don't know if I'm ever
Eric-
gonna get it. but
Well,
yeah.
Eric,
that
the
was
guy
like
that
two
I-
regimes ago, and we don't talk to those people anymore. So
that
I don't
was
think it's
5
happening.
name changes ago too.
Eric, the guy that I put as my world champion in my GM mode. at one point.
God, I gotta get back to 2K. I played almost none of it though. So, anyways, too busy playing Ninja Turtles and Death
Hey,
Row.
by the way, next time you play 2K, check out the credits.
Oh yeah.
The credits are pretty great.
Credits are pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just leave you at
Yeah.
that. No, but nobody knows, Mike.
Yeah.
You have been notably mentioned in a couple of projects at this point. We won't get into it.
Yeah.
But nobody here knows your last name to find you.
Yeah,
That's true.
You're a
We'll keep it
mystery.
that way.
it's Mad Mike Knight
You're,
Yeah.
you're a mystery wrapped in an enigma
wrapped in a
Of-
New Day shirt.
of Madness wrapped in a New Day shirt.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Hey, by the way, speaking of throwbacks, I want to point out the shirt that.
I love that shirt.
Oh.
But I've had this forever.
I love that
Good
shirt.
old friend of the show gave me this years ago.
Is my hat somewhere over there, sort of?
Honestly,
hat?
that's the next return I want.
This is my Southpaw regional shirt, and it finally fits me.
I
Hey.
want to see Southpaw Regional Wrestling back.
Seriously,
That-
seriously.
that's
Like,
what I wanna
He
see.
keeps
Like,
popping back up on Twitter.
75% of the people there.
Sorry,
are
I
no longer
I
there.
apologize.
I don't care. You make new ones. Are you telling me Sami Zayn can't come up with a Southpaw Regional Wrestling character?
Oh my gosh, please,
That's-
please,
Yes,
please.
obviously he can.
Yeah.
And
He can be the Canuck Amok. Like that.
well,
Honestly,
well, I mean, Impact's doing the IPWF stuff. They see they're doing another taping. Maybe this one will see the light of day.
okay.
and,
I saw their stuff. It's okay.
Well, and then
It's
the
fine.
talking
It's
shop
fine.
of
It's
talking
fun.
shop of mania. I mean, that's all in the spirit of Southpaw with what the good brothers are doing over there. You know, I think that ship has sailed and it's been beaten
I
down
know, but
by everybody else.
can't you imagine some of the new people that we have in WWE
Yeah,
doing Southpaw?
Yeah,
Imagine, I want Solo Sikoa in Southpaw, but I want him to be like
I think
Ravishing Rick Rude.
I think
don't know
your
why.
lead creatives on this need to be Sammy, Kevin, and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
Did you
Okay.
see? Did anybody
10,000%.
see? Did anybody see the family photo at Disney
Uh-huh.
of the Garganos
Sometimes,
and Gregory Iron?
sometimes go
It-
slipping through the cracks.
They are the opposite of CM Punk and Cole Cabana. Like they're the complete opposite.
In literally every way imaginable.
Yeah.
hmm
But there is one other thing we have to talk about the pay-per-view before we get to the denouement. That's my
Oh yeah, the most like the biggest thing. Well, first of all, here's the picture of Rescue
Aw.
Rangers Gargano family, and
So great.
I don't know who the other lady is, but that is
I
definitely.
assume it's Gregory Iron's wife,
I do not think he is married.
or maybe a relative of kin.
Could be. I'm not
That
aware.
does look like
but-
she does look like Candace a little bit, but
There's a closer picture for you there too. Jeez.
So good.
So good.
oh,
So good.
I want to know where he got that shirt because I just want that shirt.
Yes. Tweet him. Ask him where he got the shirt.
I might.
He's responsive. You know.
Tina says they're engaged.
There we go. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not. I didn't ask him last time I saw him. So, but anyways, where was I at with thing? We're past boss time. Oh yes, the biggest appearance of the night. Gritty.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. You know, from the second he came up, I said to my sister, I'm like, this is gonna be a Gritty. This is gonna be a Gritty. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be funny as shit. He's gonna beat up fucking Gritty.
Mm-hmm.
What a runner through the show.
Mm-hmm.
What a runner. Like, it's the perfect thing to propel the one storyline you need to get, because Miz is having his birthday celebration on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
All right, do you think Miz attacks the giant cake thinking Dexter
100%.
has to, right?
Oh, there's going to be a giant cake. There's going to be a giant present.
No, but there's going to be a giant cake. No one's going to be in there. There's going to be a giant present. Maybe someone is in there, but it's not who you think it is.
It's Gregory Iron in a Monty suit.
Yep.
No, I'm thinking it's Indy Hartwell.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Ooh, that's a good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we are building to Halloween. Index versus the It couple. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I'm
Even though
manifesting it.
Grexter is a lot better.
All right,
I'm making Grexter a thing. Okay.
okay. Yeah, Jack and Grexter, we got it. Liz.
Wait, what?
Grexter.
Grexter?
Gritty and Dexter.
Oh, Gritty and Dexter. Okay. What they got along very well. They got along very, very well. That's good for them. Good for them. Good that they found each other.
There should have been a slow-mo pan as they walked off into the moon.
Well, they did have that moment where where Gritty had his arm around Loomis as they were walking away.
Mm-hmm.
At the very end of that, it was so nice.
Wait, was that last week or last night that we were talking about? Like, has Dexter had a match yet? No. Has
No.
Dexter said a word since his comeback? No. He doesn't
All
need
right,
to.
all right. Here's a real legitimate question. Before the end of the year, which do you think will happen first? Because neither of them have happened very much. Dexter will say one word, or Gunther will be pinned.
Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther will be pinned.
I don't know.
I want to point out also that somebody on Facebook already has, as of 7 hours ago, Gritty versus The Miz on 2K on PS5.
Hey, you know what? Would it surprise me if it's Miz versus Gritty at WrestleMania 40?
No, not really.
Nope.
Not really.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
They have history. Hey, if we can do that thread with Pete Rose and Kane for so many years, I mean, we can do Gritty and The Miz for the next decade. So, yeah. All right, the comeback. We got the copyright. I'm halfway through the Fight Pit match, and I'm like, there's been no White Rabbit. What are we doing? There was a sign. There was a rabbit sitting in the audience. We saw him a couple times. We saw random cell phone footage with the rabbit outside. What's going on?
Actually.
What's happening? Is it Adam Rose? Is Adam Rose coming back?
About halfway through the Fight Pit match, I tweeted out, I think I just realized we're getting our first post-credit scene on the main.
Yeah.
Because what is rule number 1 of NXT?
Do
You
not leave.
always stay until Made in Florida. That's rule number 1.
That's right. We don't have Made in Florida at NXT though.
No.
But so you'll wait till the fade. Copyright is not the end. All right, and that's when teams turn on each other. That's when debuts happen. That's when comebacks
hearts break,
happen.
That's when lives change.
That's when lives change. Yes, and boy did it. Boy howdy did it. We were treated. I saw somebody put the clip up on Twitter, and it was like 5.5 minutes of this.
Yeah.
Okay, it was. If you didn't see it, it was the whole world in his hands. Everything went black. Whole world in his hands was repeating over and over. We were zooming in at life-sized
Oh.
of everybody from the Funhouse
Well, not only that, we also went to. Oh no, that you're right. They did the life size versions first, and then they showed the Funhouse in ruin with cobwebs all over it and everything. And they did the creepy ass version of the Firefly Funhouse team.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really they did everything.
Mm-hmm. They addressed all of it.
It did. Did they?
Now here's the thing that I don't know. Are those giant versions of the Funhouse characters going to be actual wrestlers?
That's what I'm.
Is this a faction? I don't know if it's a faction.
Because when you're
There's your War Games.
Yeah, it's true.
War Games Funhouse.
Ooh. But I have been seeing like a lot of people saying if you look on Twitter, Bray Wyatt's name is Wyatt 6. When it was Wyndham 6. But now it's the title has changed to Wyatt 6. So like you said, are they a faction now? Is this a wrestling thing? Are they going to be releasing names and like anything? Like, are they going to wrestle in the masks? Are they going to be revealed?
Or is this just a hot-shotted idea to get the Funhouse costumes out into the WWEshop.com in time for Halloween?
Oh God, is that the thing?
Has anybody checked it? Has anybody checked it yet?
I'm checking it now.
Okay, all right. Research department, get right on that. Tia's saying a couple of things about the Bray re-debut. It seemed marvelous post-credit scene style. Yes, very NXT. And I like the nice blue light tribute to Brody. Somebody I saw that being pointed out on social media today. And the mask reminds her of V for Vendetta. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I like it.
So they don't have that yet.
Okay.
There is a Lily costume mask.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird. But no Huskus, no.
There's nothing Bray Wyatt new.
No, nothing new with Bray Wyatt. But there was another tribute to Brody. The mask that Abby had. That mask was the Bash when he was with the Bash Brothers or whatever they're called. The weird goat mask thing.
Yeah.
I almost called them the Bashams. I'm like, that's not it.
That's not it. No.
I mean,
Bludgeon.
One's Danny and one's
Bludgeon Brothers. Yeah.
Bludgeon. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call them Basham Brothers. I don't care. I mean, they were a good team, but I just have Danny and Doug on my mind for some reason. But
really?
Hey, they had some moments.
They were a good team. No, I like the Bashams when they were around. Sure, but like it's just like a weird callback. That's a deep cut right there. Okay.
Look,
all right.
I'm going to give you deep cuts whenever I'm on here.
Oh boy. Get the Neosporin ready. Anyways. I know I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see. It looks like, I mean, it's an amalgamation, obviously, but it looks like we're just getting kind of classic Bray out of this too. Right?
Yeah, I don't see. That's why I don't know if it's a faction.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just we've gone down the rabbit hole.
Ha.
We've passed. No, literally. Like I think that's what it is. We've gone down the rabbit hole, and then we've just pulled Bray Wyatt back out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was literally like diving into his mind and bringing back Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
Because he came out with a normal lantern, the severed head of the Fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really kind of sent it home for me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we might be done with the Fiend character.
So it's
But
the idea.
Fiend was there, though.
But it was also the idea that he was there, but then he was on the table. Maybe it's the idea because remember, like the Fiend and the Bray was kind of like the split personality thing, right? So maybe this is just him solving himself and becoming a whole person again, right? Like maybe that's the thing. You know, we're
Maybe that's the whole world he has in his hands.
yeah. Well, everything's an illusion. I mean, he's basically alluded to everything in his career at this point, right? From Swamp Bray Riot on.
Well, I saw a tweet earlier today. There's one thing he hasn't alluded to.
Hmm.
Do you guys remember who Husky Harris's pro was in NXT?
Hmm.
Adrenaline in my
Oh,
soul.
it
The
was.
White Rabbit's coming for Cody Rhodes.
Oh, it was Cody. Ooh.
I'm here for it.
So I'm glad we're doing this now because I want to touch on this for obvious gaming reasons. The vignettes that would have been happening, the QR codes, all these different stuff has a very horror video game feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know who here, nobody listening to this and nobody on here has played Doki Doki Literature Club or Five Nights at Freddy's or anything like that.
I played Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yeah,
Didn't you get me to play it?
I did.
That was wild. That was fucking
was
weird.
wild.
That was fucking weird.
Oh yeah, I did see
I
you play
played
that.
Eternal Darkness once.
Yeah.
Oof.
So here's the thing with those.
What about the Nicolas Cage movie with the animatronics? You played that
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
Not the beast.
So here's the thing with that one, with those games though. You go into there is lore beneath the lore. There
Mhm,
is
mhm.
there is that digging. There is those moments where it's like, oh shit, I need to go into like the game files and see what's there. I need to go into different aspects of
The
game
super meta-ness.
to see the little lines of data on there
Mhm,
where
mhm.
it tells you the names and stuff on there, the
Mhm.
websites, the like all of that. And Matt, who I wish was here, did that perfectly with what he was doing with how Bray Wyatt and how the team over, if it was just him or if it was just WWE, like how they intertwined theories and different avenues and QR codes and websites and binary code
And phrases and
like that Gacy thing, like just having one of the sites go when you put it into a binary translator, just spell out Gacy just to fuck with people. Going to make like having that little line at the bottom with that random set of digits to go to a White Rabbit milk screen. It kept us like I
Didn't one of the coordinates sent us to like Corbin, Kentucky, or something
It
like
did.
that?
Yeah, it sends us to Corbin, Kentucky. It sends us to Wyndham. So it was
Like a hotel run by the Wyndham
Yeah.
Estate or something.
like, but still, everything. I heard some people say like, if they didn't do that and he just returned, it would have been a good pop. It would have been a nice, would have been a nice little surprise for him to come in.
It built the
and do all that
anticipation.
stuff.
It was like the CM Punk debuting, not announced, but we all knew CM Punk was debuting. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like obviously in a more fun way, an interesting way, but like it primed everybody for it, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'll never
now you compared him to CM Punk, and now I'm sad.
Oh no! I didn't mean like that. You know, listen, man, that was a good moment. You know,
It was, and
it was
honestly,
good.
And honestly, I'm gonna sidetrack here. I was happy for everyone that was there. That's all I'm gonna say.
What am I gonna do with this CM Punk guy was there T-shirt? You think it's still worth anything?
I mean, you were there, and again,
I was there.
I'm happy for everybody that's there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad you guys had fun.
Riz is
You hope both cities have fun.
Riz epitomizes the positivity in wrestling right now. It's fantastic.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I've been negative on Twitter, but I'll take it.
What? Okay.
But
But
that's what Twitter's for.
that's what Twitter's for. That is what Twitter's for, unfortunately.
That's
so,
what Twitter's for.
mhm.
The shitposts.
I don't-
The trolling.
I don't know if I want to get into Bound for Glory because nobody else watched it here, but I mean,
Let's get into it.
I
No,
mean,
I have a burning question about Bound for Glory.
sure,
What the fuck was Bully Ray doing there?
everything,
Winning a match.
everything apparently, and now he's in the title contention because
Like,
with
someone-
Josh Alexander. Dude,
Are
you
they
got me
trying
there.
To get me not to watch it?
You got me there. It wasn't my. I mean, the ECW mini reunion was kind of nice. Here's a couple high points. I'm just gonna go high points on Impact just to inform you guys. First of all, Raven was inducted by Tommy Dreamer. And I just saw the highlights. I didn't realize it was on the pre-show. He was inducted by Tommy Dreamer, and he says, thank you to Tommy for inducting me, thus ending our 28-year feud. Goes over and hugs him, kicks him in the nuts, and gives him gives him a fucking DDT.
It even flew DDT.
And then quotes to Raven Nevermore and walks away. So fucking great. I appreciate that. No,
Was that his whole speech?
I think there was more to it, but
Oh, God. I was gonna say, if that was his whole speech, fuck you, Taker. That's the best. Hall of Fame
I don't
speech
know,
ever.
because it was just the highlights during the pay-per-view, right? I need to go back and see if there was a good speech or anything.
I will laugh if that's his entire speech.
But during the Call Your Shot Battle Royal, they had Bully Ray come in, Tommy and Rhino, and they had a little bit like ECW reunion
Did
kind
they
of hug
chant
with them.
EV 2.0?
Yeah, no, the ECW they definitely chanted.
No,
But then,
no,
but then, I know.
Sorg, they had to chant EV 2.0.
No, they didn't.
EV 2.0.
No, they
EV
didn't.
2.0.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
They should have.
But I love the moment where Tom.
That's the lore, Sorg.
But Mike, hold on a minute, because the part you're missing is the part where other ECW alumni that was there for at least a cup of coffee, Johnny Swinger joined the
Johnny Shawinger.
joined the reunion. I've lost you. I've lost him. No, but other than that,
honestly, hearing Bully Ray won that battle royal, that I was excited about when we talked about it. I'm like, oh boy. That's
yeah, it was a decision. But that's fine. Taylor Wilde did the "Was Up" with him. Also, Taylor Wilde was on the show.
Okay.
So, what are they called? The murder dolls, the deadly dolls, or something. Jessica Havoc, whatever they're calling her these days, and Taya won the tag belts. What do we have? I mean, great matches up and down, but always in it with Impact Wrestling. Masha Slamovich and Jordan Grace was great. That main event with Eddie Edwards and Josh Alexander was fantastic. There's a mini feud brewing, by the way, with the children of Josh Alexander and Eddie Edwards. They sat them next to each other at ringside. And also, Eddie's kids hate him.
Sorg, are we gonna have a baby battle royal?
We may have a baby, but they're not all babies. They're kind of like what Riz?
Did you say they hate Eddie?
Yeah, there was a thing where his wife comes in, and his wife was wrestling before, right? He comes in with their two daughters, and the one daughter just doesn't give a shit and just wants to leave. And then the other daughter is like, "What if you lose, Daddy?" And I'm just like, your kids hate you. So, in the whole this has to end, kind of thing from the wife, right? But and then they sat them next to each other, and they caught a glimpse of, because of course, Jade's there, I think is her name, with their kid, and of course still doing the Josh Alexander cosplay, adorable, and but like you would just see like one of the daughters just like glaring at the kid, at the other kid. It's just like, are they gonna go at it? Like, what's gonna happen here? Are we just a 13-year-old wins the tag championship at WrestleMania, and just anybody's involved now, right? So, anyways, that was good. Where apparently Dirty Dango popped up. That must have been on the pre-show because I saw a picture of that too. So, but anyways, yeah, really good show with that. Jordan Grace, talk about body transformation too, because she's she's really kind of
yeah. If you follow her on
it's-
Twitter or Instagram, she's been putting in the work.
Holy crap, yes. Like I guessed while we were watching the show, I was like, I wonder if she's done with the weightlifting competitions and she's doing, like, she's shifting to become more kind of wrestler look kind of situation, right? So, but I mean, she still is like impossibly strong, but definitely doing something different there. So, good for her. That was some good stuff there. Masha was great as always. I hope people get to see the Josh Alexander Masha Slamovich match from AAW last month. I'm sure it's going to come up like sooner or later here. Now that she's had a loss, there might be something to that. No, great show. Go check it out if you have the chance. It'll be up. I believe they're going to have it in about a month if you subscribe to like the $5 like YouTube stuff or anything like that. Again, like it's good. It's not that much, and you get all the Impact shows. I think you watch the Impact shows for like $1 on YouTube, like a month, and you can get all those if you want to. The weekly show that's on Access because a lot of people don't have access. But for the $5, you get like all the digital content and all that kind of stuff. You get like the extra matches, the extra digital matches. A lot of them from indies. Like I know some Warrior Wrestling matches have popped up on there in the past that I produced. And somebody found me in the crowd this weekend, by the way. I guess they were
Did they
watching.
chop you?
No. I mean, they found me on one of the shows when they were watching like the Impact app. Because it was one of them from Dayton, and it's when Sami Callihan's probably fighting Eddie Edwards in the crowd, and they end up behind me in my production table, and so I make a little bit of a cameo on and technically I made 2 cameos, and one of them's thanks to Wheels in the chat room. I made that cameo when they're shooting, and I'm like, where's he at? And I see myself in the shot, and he's behind me. I'm like, oh no. And he got really close with a wrench, I remember. But no, the first show I did out with them, I got a shout out on commentary because thanks to Wheels bringing me up on the Twitch chat. So Josh Matthews, I got a shout out from Josh Matthews on an Impact broadcast. That was kind of fun.
Mike, are you still blocked by him?
No.
He got unblocked. Remember?
Yeah,
I told
right.
you, Mike, I was going to take care of that.
I know. No, Sword, you've been shouted out on Impact.
Listen.
Matt and I have been shouted out on Lucha Underground. So Riz, you just need to get shouted out on WWE.
There you go.
Yeah,
You got a shout out.
You
Like,
know.
I mean, Scott
we're
D'Amore. Last time I saw Scott D'Amore, he said he was happy to see me and sought me out. So I'm like, I didn't even know you'd remember me. Go Canada. I guess. But
By the way, Britt Baker said hi and that she.
all right, let's talk about that.
I love Sword.
New York City Comic Con. You went.
Yeah.
You met Britt Baker.
I did.
So you name dropped me.
I did. Lovely individual.
Yes.
Yeah, just a delight.
Mhm.
It was a good time. Good time was had by all.
Mhm.
I didn't chat with her too much because it wasn't like an autograph line.
Oh yeah, That's why I wait for the autographs to go away, and then I'll be like, hey.
Well, no, the lines don't go.
I don't. Yeah, not New York City Comic Con. Steel City
not in
Comic
New York City.
Sunday afternoons. Your New York City or Steel City Con, a lot easier. As long as you're not like Mick Foley or Robert England.
Yeah. Ironically, Mick Foley's line was empty.
What?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Ironically. I think it was.
Bullshit.
Well, I think it also hurt that all the autograph lines were cash only. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a lot. But I also saw a couple members of the New Day at Comic-Con. And speaking of cameos, if you watch Xavier Woods' Twitter video of him arriving to the booth at New York Comic-Con, I'm very much in there, and you can hear my phone go off playing the Teen Titans music. So I thought that was very funny. But they were lovely individuals. I got I haven't unpacked yet because I literally just got home. But I got Woods and Breeze to sign my Adam Cole and the Bebe's ticket. So that was exciting. I saw Danhausen just walking around.
Of course.
Are you sure it was actually Danhausen?
Was it?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty
Was it
sure.
Danhausen or was it Fan a fan of AEW, Dan.
No, it was Danhausen.
Okay, because there's two different people.
I'm reasonably sure it was Danhausen.
Okay.
Because fan,
Because right after that, I saw him post a picture holding a comic saying, "Hey Tony Khan, can I have $750,000 to buy
Yeah.
a comic?"
Okay.
But
Friend of the
But
show,
yeah.
Danhausen. Friend of the show, Danhausen, by the way.
friend of the show, Danhausen.
Mhm.
I also went to a really cool Women of Wrestling panel.
Ooh. Was
yeah.
oh god, I can't remember her name. On there. Chantilly something.
I'll bring up the name. Hold on.
Raylan is what we know her as.
No, wasn't. No.
Oh,
it wasn't
okay.
Raylan.
I don't even know-
It was a
no.
I don't even know who's on the roster anymore.
no. A lot of the people that were in this panel were worked on Black Girl Magic. Shantice Bullock.
No, that's not her.
No, Karen Bam Bam was there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Who wrestled at Black Girl Magic. Basically, it's a lot of like a few women that do commentary, few workers, and they all do like podcasts and stuff. So it was actually really interesting just to hear them talk about like what got them into wrestling and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot of fun. It was a good time. I wrote down the names of the podcasts that they do. I want to shout them out.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling Wind Down, WINE.
Oh my goodness.
It's like pairing wrestling matches with wines.
Of course it is.
Ooh.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like it's gonna be a really fun podcast. I want to start listening to it.
Yeah, 'cause I think that show went syndicated, and I'm not even aware, other than Raylan, because I just see it on her Twitter all the time, and I know they just did a taping.
Okay.
So there's new photos and all that kind of stuff on her stuff, but yeah, I have no idea who's still on the roster anymore. Oh, Jesse Smothers,
Jesse Bell Smothers.
Jesse Bell Smothers, yeah, that is still on there.
Tina says she listens to Wrestling Wind Down.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. Okay, good. That's good to know that it has
Of course.
credibility of someone I trust with wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, great show. I got to attend a taping for them when they were at the Belasco out in LA. Thank you, Raylan, for the tickets. When I happened to be out there for work, so definitely. I mean, if you can get it, it's fun wrestling. It's like not very serious. It's a blast. So if it's on, check your local listings, I guess. It premiered in syndication on September 17th. It was on Access for a while.
Well, this wasn't about that Women of Wrestling.
It was just women talking about.
It was
Wrestling.
it was
It was just Women of Wrestling. It wasn't
it was just
Wow
Women
Women
of
of Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah, it
Oh,
wasn't
I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah,
the
it
you
was
see
like,
the
still watch
confusion.
It was like
Wow.
a bunch of podcast hosts got together and did a panel on person of color women in wrestling.
Oh,
Women
okay.
of
I'm
wrestling.
sorry.
Oh,
I
yeah.
misinterpreted. Okay.
No, it was really good though. It was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was fun. And I'm like, it kind of made me like, we should do a panel in New York Comic Con.
What we should do a panel in
should
New York
do
Comic
one?
Con?
Yeah, why not?
I don't listen. You know what used to happen when we had panels at another conference?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Violence.
oh
boy.
I've never been on those panels. You don't know. I could be a calming force.
Mike, I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with podcasters.
Sorg, every
Wow.
live show I've ever been on, there has not been a single hint of violence.
The only time there was violence when I was in a live environment was when Lunchbox decided to go wherever you guys were at one point.
What?
Sorg. During during one of the conventions that we had, Lunchbox. What you were in the main room, we were in a little another room, so we decided to stop doing what we're doing and invade your room.
I
That
don't
was it.
remember this. I don't remember this one.
I remember-
I don't
I
remember. What were we
remember
doing?
this.
Like I was doing a whole nother panel and
Yeah.
or a whole nother presentation,
Oh yeah,
and you just like came in
we
and
just came in.
What was the topic? What was I
No
talking
idea.
about? Probably podcasting.
No idea.
I don't know. Probably podcasting. Probably social media.
Probably
I used to
talking
talk.
about
I used to
podcasts.
talk about podcasting and social media in front of people, and I don't do that anymore. Nobody invites me anymore. So it's just a thing.
Invite Sork somewhere. Come on.
I mean, I hope they pay me if I do it now, but I'm
That's
not doing it
true.
for free anymore. That's for sure. I have some experience. I have a little bit of experience. Tiny bit of experience.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, I was
did
talking
you
about
find
your-
anything? Like, did you find anything like wrestling related cool shit over there that you're allowed to talk about?
I saw the Godfather was there.
Oh, good.
Oh, no,
I saw-
no ladies of.
No ladies. Well, I mean, there were, but I don't think they were affiliated.
Oh, did you visit our friend Mike Kingston at the Headlock booth?
I swear to God, the man's booth was invisible.
What?
I looked on the app. It said he had 2 different listings for where the Headlock booth was. I checked both places multiple days. Could not find it
Really?
at all.
Wow.
Could not find it at all.
He's usually
I-
well marked.
I did not see hide nor hair of Headlock.
I got to run into him at WrestleCon.
Yeah.
And while I was he was right around the corner from Virgil, so I was trying to converse with him and actively avoid Virgil at the same time.
As one does.
And he's just like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm going to stand over here because Virgil's right over there, and I don't want to do this." So, yeah, that was God walking around, man. Mike, have you attended a WrestleCon before?
No.
Oh, you should. You should, because
I think that'd be interesting.
you walk into the room like I finally had an afternoon one of the day the second day of WrestleCon. I was like, I'm going, like, we don't have to do a show until New Japan comes up here in a few hours. I'm fucking just walking the floor. But it wasn't very big, it was like several aisles and stuff, but still it's just like, oh, there's Nia Jax, and there's this person, and there's this person, and there's, oh shit, it's Virgil, and this person, there's Rob Van Dam, and it was just like, hey, there's Sonny Ono, it was just wild.
Oh, by the way, how good was Seth Rollins' gear last night?
Perfect.
Speaking of RVD,
Mm-hmm.
oh my, he even had the fucking ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was perfect. It was fan-freaking-tastic.
Oh jeez. From the chat room, Tina
Oh,
says,
and sorry, one last thing. When the Bray Wyatt stuff was happening in the bar, the guy in charge of the bar turned the lights out in the bar.
Nice.
It was really fun.
Good stuff. All right. Yeah, let's wrap it up, guys. Because I got a bit of a drive tomorrow. Hi, Michigan. I'm coming soon. Guys, what'd you learn from wrestling this week in this truncated week, I suppose?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
I learned,
Oh,
don't give wrestlers your phone number
oh no.
because they may call you drunk from another country.
Who drunk dialed you, Sword?
I'll tell you after the show.
Sword,
Yeah,
you
You know what? You're going to get a Patreon exclusive after the show.
You should have given them the Mayhem voicemail line.
No, because he needed to talk to me at 1:30 in the morning
Yeah.
the other night.
I'm not saying you had to play it for everyone else, but it's still, it'd be nice to have that banked.
That would be nice. But somebody got a voicemail. Somebody used to be a WWE superstar. So again, I will leave that for Patreon. It's not my story to tell for everybody here, but we're gonna have a Patreon for you. So, anyways, with that, Mad Mike, what'd you learn?
Oh boy.
You had some in-person wrestling experiences.
Oh, what did I learn from wrestling?
What does Dan Housen smell like?
I had my mask on, so it was a little bit difficult. To
Okay, all right.
But what did I learn from wrestling this week? I don't know. I learned that when storylines are done well, even lapsed fans can be instantly drawn in.
Mm-hmm.
And because my sister doesn't really watch, like she could tell you maybe a few current wrestlers, But the Wyatt stuff, I told her about like the viral marketing and everything like that, and all the QR codes and shit, and she was fascinated by it. So when stuff like that is done well, it can draw in even the most casual of fans of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I learned.
Nice. Riz?
I learned that at all or one of the Japan wrestling shows, TGPW, is teasing very much a feud that I kind of want to see in Japan.
And
It's Aja Kong and Max the Impaler.
Mm.
yeah, that sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, like if you go to I'm trying to pull it up here so I can post it somewhere. But if you go to TJPW, their Twitter account, and just see the stare down they've had in this trios match, it's pretty amazing. And how Aja kind of backed out to Max, to them, and put in somebody who is like scared shitless just to make them look amazingly strong and terrifying at the same time. Whew. Like the TJPW is building Max up tremendously, and they deserve that. Period. By the way, I have not mentioned Chocopro yet, since I mentioned Japan Wrestling.
I think I still subscribe to that, and I haven't watched it in forever. All right, I support it. That's good enough, right? From the chat room, Tina learned that there are Mox Angle parallels with their career, where their careers in rival companies outlasted their stint in WWE. Yeah, Angle and both had substance abuse problems they had to overcome too in that process. So, like, yeah, very much. And I'd say one would argue Mox is in an even bigger position. I mean,
I just wish they'd let the man take a vacation.
Yeah.
this guy needs a vacation. Well, he's done with GCW now, so apparently apparently AEW had asked him to stop working AEW months ago, or GCW months ago. And he insisted on finishing the storyline, the run there.
What's AEW?
This is true. Yeah, I was like,
They're not letting him go.
No, they're not.
The
You know,
person
they
they
just
have
extended his contract. So, and I'm sure part of it was like, yeah, you can't do the GCW anymore if you're going to do this. You know, I think he is. He's only allowed to do AEW and New Japan now. So, I mean, you know.
But sorry, I thought Tony Khan let anyone wrestle wherever they want. That's what all the AEW people tell me.
What the hell? But anyways, yeah. But he was doing some wild stuff, and
No.
and I wondered how long that was going to last until somebody did something crazy on an indie show, got injured, and screwed up a storyline on television.
Like, I'm surprised that Mox.
Yes,
Like, I know they're probably taking like really good care of him over at GCW. But I'm
the problem
surprised.
is he taking care of himself in these matches with Nick fucking Gage?
Is anyone in AEW taking care of themselves?
Or a bloody match with Tom Lawler in Seattle? You know, like he just, you know, he just wants to do this stuff. You know, and
that's fine.
And you realize, did you read the contract news? You know how they solved this problem? They gave him busy work.
Well, he's gonna be quite busy looking at what he has to keep in mind.
What? What are you talking about?
About keeping the peace backstage.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Apparently he's a piece.
Also,
you know what?
Hashtag fire Sammy Guevara.
So
There we go,
yeah,
thank you.
seriously.
I was going to use another F word, but you got it.
Riz, I'm sorry. Did you finish your thought?
I did.
Okay.
It's fine.
Riz,
I
thank you for
ramble
joining
when I
us tonight.
stop.
Thank you for joining us on this Sunday night, the weird Sunday night. Thank you, everybody in the chat room. My God, everybody showed up and showed out here. Man. And some new faces in there. I see JR there in the chat room. We got Wheels in there. And no, not good old JR. JR Beverly.
boom.
Maybe that's Jim Ross's alias. Let us know. Say something about barbecue sauce and wink if you're actually JR.
And call someone a Jezebel.
And call somebody a Jezebel. Yes.
Make sure to tag it with the cowboy hat emoji.
And by the way, just a final note. Mike, what the fuck with commentary on Friday night? What the fuck is happening?
It got to a point where I just put the show on mute.
Jericho and
literally
JR actively shit the bed on live television, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on here? Stop it!"
Jericho adds nothing to comedy.
No, he doesn't. No,
He
I'm
adds
with you,
nothing
and
to it.
I love Jericho. I think he's
don't.
doing. I
Jericho
think the Ring of
fine.
Jericho thing. I think is fantastic.
I
Right?
think it's stupid.
And fine, but
No,
I
that's
think
fine.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I'm trying. You're not attacking my baby again.
What?
You missed this part, Riz. So listen to the last episode. We did a psychological breakdown of why I get so angry when Mike attacks AEW. Just listen to the last episode, around the middle. I think we got to it, right? So Riz, you got homework.
Yeah, don't yuck somebody else's yum.
What?
No, I'm not.
Don't yuck somebody
No.
else's yum.
He's dropping legitimate criticisms most of the time. Sometimes I don't think so, obviously, but he doesn't like some of the stuff I drop too. So, but anyway, we got to the point where listen, I realize I get viscerally angry about this because I love this product, and it's just saying
So,
your favorite movie sucks.
Here's I know we're closing.
I realized that wasn't on me. I was just on Riz on reaction. I'm
Right.
sorry about that.
You've done that twice so far. 'Cause
Listen,
was-
I don't know.
you
You know
started
how many
talking
monitors
and
are
it
in
was
front of me? It
me.
gets confusing, Riz.
But the thing is, I don't like Jericho. Don't like JR. But Jericho Appreciation Society shines brightly on stars that are not him.
Yes.
C 2.0.
Oh, okay. I agree. I agree to a point.
And not Jake Hager.
I agree to a point. But as with the Inner Circle too, Jericho is giving these guys TV exposure. Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really getting anything else with it though.
They're getting matches.
No, but
Well,
there's
yeah,
no
matches.
championship. There's no championships.
Well, who cares about the championships? You're getting TV and you're getting over. There's only so many championships, even though there's a
Okay,
million
but-
championships.
Blood and
But
guts.
okay, but when the faction breaks up, because it eventually will, because all factions
Just
except for
Jericho.
this one break up.
Can we
like-
clip that?
Yeah. But when it eventually breaks up, and it looks like it's kind of crumbling a little bit,
Yeah, one guy.
afterwards they don't maintain that level.
Well, I mean, that's
No, because look at Santana and Ortiz after the Inner
well,
Circle.
Santana left for one thing.
Yeah, I
So-
know,
Yeah.
but not immediately.
Okay.
Not immediately. They were teaming with Eddie Kingston. They were doing all that stuff, and they never got like I don't know. It just seems like Jericho brings people up, succubuses out their heat, and then leaves.
Maybe,
I don't know.
maybe,
It
but
just
also
seems
maybe
like-
the people didn't get adequately over enough to proceed with. It has to go both
you
ways
said-
because you give an opportunity.
Santana and Ortiz were over.
Yeah.
They were pretty
I was
over,
gonna-
yeah. And I don't know
I was
what
gonna
happened.
say.
I don't know what happened with the
And
Santana
honestly,
situation.
2.0
so-
was over before they joined the Jericho Appreciation.
Sure, but now they get even more over. I feel.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
They're
Because
on a
they're
main
not
event.
getting matches.
They're main eventing shows.
Yeah, they
The
may have
last
ended.
time they main evented a show was Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
Matt Menard just main evented for God, who did he have like a couple weeks ago?
Hook.
Hook?
Was it Hook? No.
That wasn't a
no,
main
no, no,
event.
no, 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 no. No, no, didn't. Who did? What am I thinking? Or am I thinking Dax?
You're thinking Dax.
Probably
He
Dax.
had a match on Rampage. They had a singles match out of nowhere on Rampage for some
You're
reason
thinking
against Wheeler.
Dax versus Moxley.
I think it was
or
against
Dax
Wheeler. One of them had a match. Like they've been having singles matches lately for some reason. So I think one of them's injured. Yeah, dude. Yeah, one of them's injured too. So
No, they had
Daddy
a tag.
Magic's injured.
I think so.
No.
I thought
I
so.
don't think they did the tag match with Action Bronson.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah, there was that. But yeah, but again, I think there were some other matches in there too. But they've been getting around a bit. So and also I implore you, when there is a joint JAS promo, just watch Matt Menard the entire time. Can't take your eyes
Matt
off
Menard,
it.
or is that Daddy Magic? No, it's not Daddy Magic.
Daddy Magic Matt Menard, also who's doing
Oh, that is-
commentary. He's been doing commentary on Dark Elevation until recently. So
I
Matt Menard.
wish they would take his promos that he does backstage and put those on TV.
Yes.
Because those are real fucking good.
mhm.
Those are really good promos. That's how you get like over to the point where you can carry yourself up.
Look, all I'm saying is 2.0 made me believe that they were twin biker brothers who are bald in Chikara. And they were none of those.
and their son Danny Garcia.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the best stuff. That's who's getting elevated out of this Garcia. So
Also,
that's where the magic is, Daddy. Anyways,
Fuck-
Riz
fuck Mike Blackenbush.
Riz plays games on the Twitter.
Yep. And on Twitches and everything.
There you go. And Mad Mike 483 on the tweets. I'm sure you'll be talking or have talked about, have some tweets about New York City Comic Con.
Yeah, I got some stuff to post if you're a fan of Smallville. I saw several people from Smallville. I
Ooh.
went to a Smallville panel.
Yeah, they're doing a Smallville reunion here in Pittsburgh in December at Steel City
Mhm.
Who's going to be there?
Con. Everybody
Oh.
except for Allison Mack,
Well,
I'm told.
Let's
The
see.
Undertaker is going to be here, and
Yeah.
John Moxley.
We're probably not going to see them anyways.
What?
Undertaker's $200.
Oh,
honestly, that's cheaper than I thought.
And Mox is actually 80.
That's about right.
That's about right.
yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, that seems about right.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's a
But
pretty.
Taker being 200, that's cheaper than I
Yeah,
thought.
we got Chevy Chase. We got that one kid from and we have a Hobbit reunion.
Yep.
Elijah
Oh.
Wood, Sean Astin, Billy Boyd, and Dominic Monaghan.
Oh boy.
We got Christy Brinkley, Vicki Lawrence, Tom
So-
Welling, Kristen Crook, William Zabka, Martin Cove. There should be more Smallville people on this list. Why are they not together?
So,
Jerry Lawler?
fuck Jerry Lawler.
Whatever.
Anyways, so like I said, Taker's $199, like for an autograph.
We're never ending this show.
Chevy Chase is $130.
That
Taker
seems
is
right.
more than Chevy Chase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that tracks.
Yeah, no, that tracks. Like Chevy.
That tracks.
Still a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how often do you meet a literal zombie? Riz?
Also,
What were you
Steve
talking about,
Burns-
Chevy Chase or Undertaker?
Yes.
Hmm.
Also, Steve Burns is $50.
And also, to meet it as
Wow, he's charging more than he is at New York Comic Con.
and also, well,
He knows his
Um,
worth now.
yes. Also, to meet a zombie in the shadow of the mall where they shot Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yes. There's usually a biker or something from the movie that's there too.
Sorg, would you like to end the show?
Hey, I need to finish the show and get some sleep before I drive to Michigan tomorrow, guys.
And
Thank
by
you
the
so
way,
much.
I'm sure. I know you guys enjoyed what happened on Raw last night.
Is the thing, the
Man.
fallout.
Oh, so actually, by the time this airs, it's probably gonna be like half past boss time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. We'll
Sorg,
see.
let's have a conditional title for this show. if Sasha shows up, we'll call this one half past boss time.
No, we're gonna go toward to boss time, and then if she shows up, our numbers are gonna pop regardless. So that's how you do the math. So thank you everybody for joining us there in this Sunday edition of the Wrestling Mayhem Show. We'll see you guys next week at the good old time, that's the other show, 9 p.m. Eastern time on all the places. We'll see you then. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.